Hi, this is Frode, and welcome to the last part of the 5 big ideas from Deep Work by Newport. In part 1 and 2 I delivered the ideas deep versus shallow work, attention residue, and deep work philosophy. If you haven't watched those parts, I recommend that you go watch them first, but it's up to you. And the 4th big idea is rituals. Cal says that great minds do not employ rituals to be weird. Instead, these people have identified that their success relies on their ability to perform deep work again and again. People will not be able to come up with grand theories like Einstein's theory and Darwin's theory without going to deep work again and again, without relying for inspiration. And the rituals are the answer to that. As Cal says, to work deeply is a big deal and should not be an activity undertaken lightly. Surrounding such efforts with a complicated and perhaps to the outside world quite strange ritual accepts this reality, providing your mind with the structure and commitment it needs to slip into the state of focus where you can begin to create things that matter. And when you design your ritual, you'll have to consider where you'll work and for how long. This could, for example, be at a completely isolated spot for 2 hours. You'll also have to consider how you'll work once you start working by, for example, measuring the amount of words you are able to write in 20 minutes. You need something to up your intensity. Remember that these are deep work hours. You are pushing your limits, your cognitive abilities limits. And lastly, you have to consider how you'll supply your brain to do the deep work. You'll have to supply it with slow carbohydrate foods that keeps your energy high. You could start off with a cup of good coffee, and you can take short walks to keep your mind fresh. Creating a ritual is important to consistently slip into deep work mode without relying on inspiration. At least that's what I do every morning when I write and make these videos. The 5th big idea is justify your tool selection. Do you use a lot of network tools like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, email to enhance your work? Cal identifies 2 mindsets you can approach when choosing your network tools. The first tool is the any benefit mindset. This says that you are justified to use network tools if you can identify any positive impact that this network tool can have. While the craftsman variant is that you'll have to identify some positive impacts that are at the core of your work, and you have to identify more positives than negatives with using the network tool. And Cal says, the use of network tools can be harmful if you don't attempt to weigh pros against cons, but instead use any glimpse of some potential benefit as justification for unrestrained use of a tool. Then you are unwittingly crippling your ability to succeed in the world of knowledge work. You see, if you are constantly adding more and more network tools to your working time, the time you spend on these network tools may push out some of the work you could have been doing real deep work with. Remember, your most important abilities are not enhanced by doing a more distracted world with more network tools, but instead by performing the deep work with an intensity that others will not be able to match. And your ability to perform deep work will ultimately decide whether you are going to create something of real value or just skip along while others are doing it for you. Today I presented the ideas deep versus shallow work, attention residue, deep work philosophy, rituals, and justify your tool selection. Pick the 1 big idea that resonated the most with you and take the first step in embodying it right now. And there's a lot of interesting content I didn't choose for this video, so I strongly encourage you to read the book yourself. You can buy it by following the link I have below the video. And if you have comments, questions or feedback on my performance in delivering the ideas to you, I would be glad if you would comment them below the video. And if you like this video, you will probably like Mastery by Robert Greene, where we explore ideas like your life's task, resistance practice, and the X Factor. Also, if you want new videos every single week with 5 big ideas from books that help us think differently and actualize our potential, you can click the subscribe button below the video. And if you want more details on the notes from this video, you can follow the link to the blog post below the video. And lastly, if you want to contact me, you can send me a message on Facebook or a tweet on Twitter. I have links to both of them below the video. Thank you very much for watching. I am looking forward to share more big ideas with you soon. Have an awesome day, and I will see you soon.